From elephant rescues in the middle of the ocean to discovering mysterious objects that'll leave you scratching your head, we've got an ocean of incredible sailor stories coming your way. Welcome to the Top 10 Sailor Discoveries. Get ready for an amazing ride. Hit that subscribe button and let's dive right in. Number 10. Elephant rescued after being swept out to sea. The helpless animal was caught in strong water currents, far from the safety of land. However, luck was on its side as a Navy vessel on a routine patrol noticed the distressed elephant, prompting the Sri Lankan Navy to launch a daring rescue mission. Over the next 12 hours, a group of Navy men, along with divers and wildlife officials, worked tirelessly to save the struggling pachyderm. One brave Navy personnel even climbed onto the back of the elephant to assist in guiding it towards the coast using ropes. Thanks to the collective efforts of the Navy team and wildlife officials, the rescue mission was a success. Number 9. Mysterious solar panels have been discovered thrifting in the sea near Hong Kong Airport. The large structures were found in Xiao Chao and Lung Kou Chau Marine Park. The park, a protected natural area, has seen various waste items, including bamboo poles, accumulate due to weather and currents. Efforts to identify the source of the panels, including posting notices, have yielded no relevant information so far. Anyways, Hong Kong has long battled marine pollution, with over 14,000 tons of predominantly plastic marine waste collected annually before the pandemic. Most solar panels, including those in Hong Kong, end up in landfills after their typical 3-decade lifespans. But this will pose an environmental challenge, as solar panel waste globally is expected to surge to around 10 million tons by 2050. Proper recycling and disposal methods will be crucial to address this issue effectively. Number 8. OC boater finds floating torpedo off Dana Point. Floating in the ocean, off Dana Point, a recreational boater made an unexpected discovery, a lightweight torpedo. A torpedo is a type of underwater projectile or weapon that is designed to be launched from submarines, ships, or aircraft. The boater, who was out looking for dolphins, spotted the torpedo about 30 feet away and immediately alerted the harbor patrol, the US Navy and Orange County sheriffs. Bomb experts later recovered the training torpedo. According to a Navy commander, the torpedo was not equipped with explosives and was likely dropped by aircraft or ships during training exercises. While most training torpedoes are typically retrieved, some may be missed, leading to such unusual findings. The incident highlights the importance of public awareness and collaboration with the authorities to ensure safety at sea. Such discoveries serve as a reminder of the hidden dangers that could be lurking in our oceans, even in seemingly peaceful coastal areas. Number 7. Missing man. 62 alive, clinging capsized boat 86 miles coast Florida. A 62-year-old mariner, Stuart B., had been reported missing since he set out on his 36-long boat named Stingray from Port Canaveral in Florida. The Coast Guard received the initial report of his disappearance and launched a search operation involving a C-130 Hercules aircrew and other assets. Fortunately, the crew of the MV Angeles, a container ship, spotted Stuart clinging to the bow of his partially sunken boat about 86 miles east of Port Canaveral. The crew took him aboard the ship after he was astonishingly found alive without a life jacket or any flotation device similar to this story. In 2018, a couple from the United States, Tasha Fuyava and Jennifer Appel, along with their 2 dogs, set sail from Honolulu, Hawaii, with the intention of reaching Tahiti. Lost at sea for 5 months, they survived by rationing their food and using a water purifier. Number 6. Sailors encounter floating pumice raft drifting across the Pacific Ocean. Sailors in the South Pacific were surprised this month to find themselves sailing through a sea of stone. Australian couple Michael and Larissa Holt were on their yacht en route to Fiji from Vava'u when they entered a 150 square kilometre pumice raft, a floating mass of pumice stone believed to come from an underwater volcanic eruption. Worried about rock damage to their boat, the couple quickly charted a course out of the pumice field. The boat suffered some minor damage, but the Holt said it could have been a lot worse. Pumice stone is a highly porous, lightweight volcanic rock, which is why it was able to float to the surface of the ocean. Number 5. A 19-year-old Indonesian teenager has survived after spending 49 days in Pacific Ocean Aldi Novella de Lang. Miraculously survived 49 days alone in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Working as a lamp keeper on a floating fish trap anchored off the coast of North Sulawesi, he faced a harrowing ordeal when strong winds ripped the anchor from the seabed, drifting him more than 1676 miles. Over 7 weeks alone, Aldi managed to survive by resourcefully making his limited supplies last. He even relied on his wet clothes, sucking water from them to stay hydrated. During his darkest moments, he found solace in consulting the Bible for strength and comfort. Finally, after weeks of uncertainty and despair, Aldi was able to send an emergency signal to a passing tanker near Guam, which led to his remarkable rescue. The tanker took him to Japan, from where he flew back to his hometown, Monado. Number 4. Fishermen spot alien-like ball floating in the middle of the ocean. Fisherman Mark Watkins had a surreal encounter while out on his boat off the coast of Bunbury in Western Australia. Spotting an unusual bulbous shape floating in the water, he and his brother initially thought that it might be another craft. However, as they got closer, the truth was both shocking and disturbing. Watkins captured images of what seemed to be an unidentified alien creature. However, upon inspection, they discovered that it was, in fact, a whale in an advanced stage of decomposition. The mammal's stomach was bloated with gas, causing its bizarre appearance. Number 3. The mystery of the floating mermaid house. A Coast Guard crew spotted a floating dock drifting about 180 miles south of Grand Isle, Louisiana. They issued an alert to nearby vessels and asked the public for information about the object. However, after that, they received an update stating that the dock originated from Key West, Florida, had broken free during a recent storm and drifted about 180 miles south of Grand Isle, Louisiana. The dock's unique appearance caught the attention of the Coast Guard crew, featuring a mermaid, an octopus, and a sea turtle painted on its side. The initial report reached the 8th District Command Center in New Orleans, prompting the launch of a Coast Guard Aviation Training Center crew to investigate the dock further. With the mystery resolved, it's clear that the mermaid-themed dock had quite an adventurous journey from Florida to the Gulf of Mexico before being spotted and identified by the Coast Guard. Number 2. Floating carpet of dead fish found off French coast after trawler incident. A floating carpet of deceased fish was discovered off the French coast after an incident involving the Dutch-owned trawler FV Margiris, the world's second largest fishing vessel. Over 100,000 deceased fish were shed into the Atlantic Ocean, forming a dense layer of blue whiting, a type of cod used for fish fingers, fish oil, and meat production. The spill occurred due to a rupture in the trawler's net, as reported by the fishing industry group PFA, representing the vessel's owner. While PFA referred to the incident as a very rare occurrence, environmental group Sea Shepherd, France, claimed it was an illegal discharge of unwanted fish in violation of EU fishing rules. There have been several incidents in the past where a high number of deceased fish were discovered. One notable example is the fish kill that occurred in Chesapeake Bay, USA in 2017. In this incident, an estimated 30,000 to 100,000 fish were found dead in the bay. Number 1. Christopher Columbus and the accidental discovery of the USA. Now let's take a journey back in time to a discovery that changed the course of history. Christopher Columbus and his accidental encounter with the land we now know as the United States. In the late 15th century, Columbus set sail on a daring expedition to find a westward route to Asia. Little did he know that his voyage would lead to one of the most significant discoveries in human history. After a long and arduous journey across the Atlantic Ocean, Columbus and his crew finally spotted land on October 12th, 1492. They believed they had reached the shores of Asia, but in reality, they had stumbled upon the islands of the Caribbean. This accidental discovery marked the beginning of a new era of exploration and colonization. Columbus made several more voyages to the Americas, still convinced he had reached the outskirts of Asia. So, while Columbus didn't exactly set out to find the USA, his voyage laid the groundwork for the eventual European colonization of North America and the birth of a nation that would go on to shape the course of world history. It's a reminder that sometimes the most significant discoveries in history are the result of sheer serendipity. Which story was the most interesting to you? Let us know in the comments. And also let me know if you would like to hear more Christopher Columbus sailing stories. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos that we made, click on one in the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.